Hello beautiful people, Andy here. Okay, so we're moving on to the next most important part of running your Agistment, which is actually adding horses and customers. Right, so in your Agistment config, I've got this handy list here that tells you what to do to add an Agistee. By the way, check this note out. The owner property, as the owner of the property, you are the Agister. Your customers are Agistees. Okay, I apologise if any of the videos I get this wrong. So to add an Agistee, the first thing you need to do is add a horse. Okay, so I'm going to use superhero horses, okay, just for fun. And, you would fill these out as best you can, all right? Obviously that birthday's today, so we're not going to use that. Shetland, fine. Make sure you fill this one out to be the right horse group. Okay, so if I go to my horse group, Golden Pastures Agistment, you can see Wonder Woman is there. Great. Okay, so let's add another one. So we're going to add Batman and have Batman's a stallion and put it in Agistees. Great. And then we're going to add another horse. Notice there's multiple places you can add a horse. That's pretty cool. I'm going to add Captain Marvel, who's actually a mare. Oops, almost clicked the wrong spot. Okay, if you make a mistake and you put the horse in your wrong group, you can go to horses and you can go change horse groups or change horse farms, and you can find the horse you put in the wrong spot and, click them to the right spot. Say Agistees or whatever. Okay, so that it's not a big issue. If you've got any problems, just contact me. So now if we go back to home, we can see Golden Pastures Agistment. There's 3 horses here, and you notice that we've got this toolbar here of all the major functions you need access to. So once you add a horse, that renders for you, which saves you a lot of time. So let's go to Agistment config. And you can see we've got the 3 horses here, so that's great. Now, what we need to do is to add Agistees, the customers, to our horse group. So if I go to Wonder Woman and I go to add the Agistee, there's only me available, right? So that's not going to work. We need to add our customers. So the way we do that is we go to People. We need to add each person that's a customer. Now, how do you know how to do that? I mean, we've added the horse. Now we go to the next step. Add a person. Okay, so we go to People, add a contact. And I'm just making this up. So I'm giving them just an email that I know will work. ID. So that'd be Bruce Wayne. This is for my gmail.com. And then you would, for Batman. But you might write a nicer message there. And the thing is, the idea is this is fairly quick. You could possibly do it on the phone and say, hey, Mr. Customer, check your email. You need to accept the transfer. Okay, I'm just going to, so that should be plus. Right. So we create that. And it's just processing, sending out the email. And you can see I've sent a contract request to Bruce. All right, so let's just do a couple of others. So we had Wonder Woman, so that's Diana Prince. For you guys who know your superheroes. And then once this processes, it takes a little bit of extra time because it's actually sending an email. And we want this to be for Carol Danvers. Now, if you knew this was the secret identity of Captain Marvel, top points to you. Now, you'll be doing this a lot. As each customer comes on, you do this, and those customers will receive an email. So let's go and check the email. Okay, so I'm in my email testing tool here, and this was the email that was sent to Bruce Wayne. Now this isn't a real email tool like Gmail or Outlook or anything. This is just for test emails. And you would see that Bruce email would receive an email like this. Hi, such and such, which is the name of the agistment company, is asked to connect with you on HorseRecords. They said for Batman. So that's where your message is. And then they just need to click on that link and accept the transfer. So I'm going to go for Bruce and Diana for Wonder Woman, and then Carol for Captain Marvel. I'm just going to click on all these links and then I'll be right back, just a second. And I'm back. Okay, so those three people have all accepted their connection request to the Agistes. So you can see we've got Bruce here, got Diana and Carol. Great. Okay, so let's go back to our Agistment config and find out what we need to do next. Okay, so we've added the person. So now we need to give them the right permissions. Okay, so we need to go to the config page and then view their horse, make a request, view request. Okay, cool, let's do that. So we go to Agistes here and we want to add people to our group. So we need to make sure they're there. Okay, and then we go to people's permissions and we make sure that, no, they don't want anything back there. We want to go to horse permissions for each person. We want Bruce. So this is for Bruce. He wants to be able to view his horse and he needs to be able to view requests and make requests. Okay, because he's going to request work to be done. Right. Diana, her horse is Wonder Woman. Okay, cool. Now, why is it only one horse, one person? Well, if they've got multiple horses, they could have, so say Carol owned Wonder Woman, you could do this as well. Okay? So the idea is that if you've got someone adjusting multiple horses with you, they get to see that as well. Okay, cool. So now they've got their permissions. Right, let's go to configure and see what we need to do next. So the minimum permissions you need to go, view their horse, and that. Right, cool. So now scroll down this page to horses and add them. Okay, so let's do that. So we go to horses, we go to edit, Wonder Woman, we want to add that person who is Diana Prince. Okay, I've got that username wrong, but I will adjust that. You know, this is just a testing thing. This isn't real. Okay, and her phone number might be 0402 123 456. That's her email. Yes, we do want to email this customer and any notes. So that might be relevant to the customer for whatever reason. Okay, so now we got this filled out. So now we go to Captain Marvel. So that's Carol, which is this one, and put in her phone number and any notes that are appropriate. And then Batman. Okay, so let's add him, Bruce Wayne. Cool. So now we're set. We've got all our horses with the Agistes and their number and their email. Okay, are we sending reminders? Yes, we are. You might have Agistes that don't want reminders for whatever reason. Maybe, you know, the horse is only in pasture and, you know, you only talk once a month or something like that. And that's fine. You would just turn off reminders. So there we are. We've got a full config setup. So we've got general information. We've got our horses and the customers, our working times, tasks, and tasks per time. And we are good to go. All right, so see you in the next video.